What's up everyone, RyFX here. Today I'm going to do a review on the Hot Toys Sideshow exclusive Back to the Future Marty McFly. The front of the box we have the Sideshow exclusive sticker, Back to the Future in the Back to the Future font, and we have a picture of the DeLorean traveling through time, and of course the flames on the road, which is awesome. And we have movie masterpiece MMS 257 Marty McFly 1/6 scale figure. On the side of the box we have the Back to the Future arrow, Marty McFly, and then back here we have your credits and your warning labels. And here we have pretty much the same thing on the other side of the box. Here's the top, and here's the bottom. And inside we have this intro insert, as if we're in the DeLorean itself, saying set to 88 and it's going 88 and they're traveling through time on that road. And we have our introduction credits down here. And then behind this is our clamshell packaging. Now here's all the accessories that the Marty McFly figure comes with. You get 2 extra wrist pegs, just in case you break your other ones. You have some extra hands. You have a slightly open palmed right hand. And you have a grasping right hand. And then you have a bunch of left hands. You have the slightly open palm hand. Really nice detail on this stuff. There's even like veins and some stuff on it. It's awesome. And you have another grasping hand. And you have a like straight finger, relaxed hand. And you have an open palm hand. Nice detail. And you have this Save the Clock Tower newspaper. At least part of it anyway. You really can't read any of this text here, but you could read the main text and all that stuff. And then it says I love you on the back with that number his girlfriend gives him. It's just basically a piece of printer paper. That's what it is. So it doesn't feel like an actual newspaper. And he comes with this his Walkman. This is very similar to the one we get with the Guardians of the Galaxy Peter Quill or Star-Lord. Very similar, except it doesn't have a clip to it on the back, and of course it's not purple. Very nice detail on it. Of course it doesn't say Sony Walkman anywhere on it. And then of course he gets his skateboard. It feels kind of like an actual skateboard, and how you have the grip being up here. And all the detail on it on the bottom. And of course looks like there's wear on the skates itself. And it kind of has a loose feel, just like a skateboard does, which is awesome. Some real nice touches there. And of course he gets his awesome glasses. His aviators. These aren't meant to like go, you know, on his eyes, over his eyes, because his hair kind of stops his ears, and you can't really hold his glasses just on his face. He has to hold them with his hand, or kind of has to have them up like on his hair. It's not really meant to put on his face. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but that's just how they made him. And then he gets his awesome big old video camera. Even the lens looks kind of cool and real. Has a videotape area right there. Just really nice detail on this stuff. Really great job. And then of course he has a strap. It feels like an actual strap. They did some nice work on this thing. Really impressed with all the details that they have on these accessories. Then he has his backpack. Feels just like an actual backpack. Really cool. And of course it unzips as well. Just a little foam so it'll look full. Then it has this taped up like for one strap. That's just how Marty McFly just how Marty McFly liked to do things. And then you have the stand. It's a waist grabbing stand. I think it would have been better if they had a crotch grabbing stand for this figure. Because he has the life vest and all that stuff. It's kind of hard to get this to grasp around him. You kind of have to go on his inner clothing area as much as you can. I think it would have been just better just going with the crotch grabbing stand instead of a waist grabbing. But yeah, forgot to show the bottom. Oops. And here's the exclusive version. This is what the exclusive version comes with, is his guitar that he's playing with his band in the beginning of the movie. Real nice detail on this, the orange strap. And they tighten the strings a lot in comparison to the one that you get with the Crow. It's a lot more loose in the Crow, and this one's, the strings are a lot more tightened up. It's real nice detail on this. And even the whammy bar moves. Really impressed. But yeah, that's the only difference in the exclusive version. And now here's the Marty McFly figure. This is a awesome looking figure. I am very impressed with the likeness, the clothing that they put on him. Everything is just fantastic on how they got this, how they just got it so accurate and looking so good. I'm just really impressed with what they did and what they provided here. This should be satisfying to pretty much everybody who is in love with these films. The likeness is just spot on with just how they got it. Now here's a close-up on Marty McFly's face. The sculpt that they put on this one is so natural looking. It's a neutral kind of face, but they have it just so natural. It looks. I'm just really impressed with how it looks. I'm actually one of those people that like to have two head sculpts, one going this way, one doing this expression, then one doing that expression. But for this, I think they captured it so well that I'm actually pretty pleased with this one head sculpt. It just looks so incredible. I don't even know what words to even say after this. Just look at that. If that's not Michael J. Fox, then I must have bad eyes. And a lot of times, at least sometimes, they have the eyes kind of going cross-eyed in certain figures. And this one, they have it completely straight. It looks just right. I'm very happy with the sculpt. They hit it right on the head with this sculpt. I'm getting out of focus. So he has his slick back hair all the way around. Just nice sculpting on the hair. Very impressed with all that sculpting. And he has his nice vest, at least his life vest. He's trying to put in style there, and it actually feels like a life vest. I'm very impressed with what they used to make it feel like that. It feels very light as well, and soft. Take a look around and all the stitching that they put on this thing. Looks like an actual life vest, no joke. And then of course he has his jean jacket, and then he has all that pattern on the inside, and then his suspenders, and then his button-up shirt, then his red shirt underneath. All amazing detail. Of course, this doesn't feel like, you know, jean at all. It just feels just like a regular old fabric or something. It just looks like a jean jacket. And of course, the shirt and everything is kind of the same material. You could tell this is, you know, two different layers stitched together from the outside and inside. Of course, he has the stitching here, and all the stitching here, and then his cuff right there has all that pattern. Really impressive how they got this. Then he has his watch. On his wrist there. Very nice watch on him. So tiny. Very nice detail on that thing too. But very small. I could barely pick it up on the camera. That's why I'm not trying to focus too much on that. And of course his jeans itself with the suspenders. The suspenders are actually stretchy. So I guess if you try to take it off, you could probably take it off pretty easily. But I never tried it yet. And then his jean. Of course, this doesn't feel anything like actual blue jeans or anything like that. Some sort of fabric. They did nice detail, especially having it that kind of fitted leg on him. And his pockets. very nice detail. And then of course on his shoes, those nice white Nikes that he had in the movie. Of course, there's not going to be any Nike logo on these, but they look extremely accurate to the movie. Very impressed with it. Even the soles on the bottom have designs. They look worn as well, which is really cool. And all the detail on the shoelaces, and then the socks as well. Very impressed with this figure. Now we'll do some articulation in his head, moving all the way down and all the way up. Very awesome amount of motion in his head, and then side to side. They did an incredible job with the motion on his head, and then twist it around, whole 360. Very impressive with his head movements. They should do more figures like that. But of course he has a longer neck because of all of the clothing he's wearing, so that's probably a good reason why they have so much motion up there. There's 2 points of motion in the ball joints. There's 2 ball joints up there. That's what I mean. But yeah. Now for arm articulation, that's about as much as he's gonna go, especially with all that clothing on. And then show you that side view. And then down to here. And he's pretty much limited to right there. And then forward, he's getting stuck on me. So that's pretty much it as far as forward. And then elbow articulation right there, and then all the way to there. And he has some bicep pivot, just a little bit, not too much. Of course, wrist as well. And then ab crunch, pretty good amount. That's what he gets right there. Let me straighten his legs. And then up. Good motion. And then side to side. Not much, but there's a little bit. And twist, twist. Not too much there either. Now his leg. Pretty good motion with his leg there. And then back, and he gets kind of stopped up with his butt, and it kind of gets caught as well under there. So yeah, he's pretty much almost near straight as far as going back. And then he hit himself in his own butt right there. And then straight. That's about it. So he has 2 points of articulation in the knee, so he could go all the way back if he needs to. And of course some twist here, his upper leg, and then some twist in his ankle, and then up, and then down, and that's pretty much it as far as articulation goes. Marty McFly stands around 11 inches without the stand, and with the stand he stands about 11¼ inch. At the end of this review, I gotta say that Not Toys hit it out of the park with this one. Everything from the packaging to the level of accessories that you get with this figure, the clothing, the accurate representation of the head sculpt. They they just hit it so right with this figure that I have to recommend it to everybody who's a Back to the Future fan, or even a Hot Toys collector. This is one of the best head sculpts Hot Toys has produced. It looks great. Very satisfied with what they provided here. And the level of clothing that they put into this, the level of detail and all the clothing, the accessories, just amazing. It actually gets me really excited for Back to the Future 2 Marty McFly, with those futuristic Nikes and all that stuff. That would look really cool as well. So yeah, I highly recommend this to you guys. If you're a Back to the Future fan, if you're a Hot Toys collector, you gotta get this guy. It's worth every penny. It goes around for $220, and I think it's worth every penny at that price. I think that's actually a good price, just with all the stuff that he comes with. If it was a lot more bare bones, then I probably, yeah, he's probably wouldn't be worth that much. But just the amount of time you could tell they looked into this, I think that's a justifiable price point for this figure. So yeah, I highly recommend him. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Bye bye.
If you enjoyed that video, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You have 5 seconds to comply. 4, 3, 2, 1.